Our vision is really to improve lives through business, and off the back of that comes really those strategic pillars of connect, learn and grow.
Please welcome Tobi Pearce.
I have a real preference for being radically transparent about everything. I picked up meditation and journaling probably about 4 years ago. And after a couple of months of doing it, I reflected on why am I even doing this? There was no ability for me to find things to learn from because I was only talking about positive things to myself.
He was really authentic and really open and honest.
Very real and related to us.
I think my biggest takeaway was chatting to Tobi afterwards. He said be shameless and kind of talk to people and jump into conversations and get involved.
I was mortified of the concept of failure. So one of the things I often say is that being able to kind of fail or not win all the time and accept that there's an opportunity to learn things and change your perspective and approach is a key characteristic of someone that is going to have long-term enduring success as opposed to flash-in-the-pan success. On the journey, one of my largest fears was that I was not good enough, not smart enough, not experienced enough, didn't know enough. And to be honest, I spent a huge amount of time thinking about whether or not I should just quit and get someone to do my job.
I think his experience with fear and with failure, and to hear that even the most, bright, shiny, successful people experience coming up against these fears, and you can have these failures and get out the other side and it's going to be okay.
Don't be afraid to fail because it's what helps you grow and get better at what you do.
Welcome Christine Robertson.
It's important to have the right people, treat them correctly, make them feel valued, and I live and breathe the reality of if it wasn't for the people around me that support me, I would just be another person with a dream.
One of my greatest contacts was a guy who was spending 1.2 billion US a year on Facebook ads. Do you reckon he knows a bit about it? Probably. If you really want to figure out how to do stuff, find people who've done it. Because there's not many things that most people are doing in business that haven't already been done by somebody big. That's the value of shared learning, right?
It's all about having the right people around you and getting the right advice and not just putting all the pressure on yourself.
This is my first executive hub. I'm not even a member yet, so I'm really excited to be here. Finding the right people is really important. I think this is a good place to do that.
There's an option on there for cafe outside the square.
So, check your egos in. It's not about common sense. It's about winning. Because if you win, cafe outside the square wins. 500, thank you, Penny. 600, 650, 800, thank you very much. Round of applause, I think. Thank you very much for all of those that participated. Thank you for your generosity.
That was around $10,000. That puts some 5,000 to 7,500 meals in front of someone who's not going to get dinner tonight. So that makes a massive difference to us, so we really appreciate it.
This is my first event, so for me, I am a complete newbie and loving it.
Networking, it's just a great way to meet people like-minded.
Growing yourself and learning from others.
Absolutely growing the community, growing relationships, making me feel quite normal at times when things are really, really busy.
But yeah, great. Catch up and mingle with people that are good business minds. Yeah.
Look, Tobi is very inspirational. He's a real go-getter. Be like a duck on water. You see smooth sailing, but there'll be a lot of work behind the scenes that you don't see. Every single interaction I have with the Executive Hub just helps me to learn as an individual and grow as a business.
You look around the room and you think it's a bit of an engine room of the South Australian economy. And in one hand you're awe-inspired by who's in the room, and on the other hand you're completely comfortable with them because they're your peers and you have no problems asking them for advice, sharing war stories, and using those conversations to learn and grow yourself. It's amazing what you get out of it. But the whole time it's always enjoyable.